Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. Another month has come to a close, the first month of 2020. So that means a few end of the month videos. The first one I'm going to be doing is what I colored in January 2020. And I actually got more done than I thought I did. So let's just start with the top book. And oh, I didn't mark it. Oh yes, we did the first picture. So I actually colored this straight colored with, was it Prismacolor or the Artezas? I can't remember. I think Prismacolor. And then alcohol marker for the A. So that is out of Radu Frazi's Blooming Letters coloring book. Then we did a color and chat. This was a two-parter out of the Best of C.L. Aldridge. This is her mandalas book. And we did this one on camera. This was for Jelly January 2020, the color along that I participated in or co-hosted with John the Bibliophile colorist and Sandy from Color Creatively. So this was all done in glitter gel pens, the Color It glitter gel pens. Then I did do a couple from two different Disney coloring books, and these, you know, are my favorite with the little squares. So out of this one, the classics, I did this with the X method, which again is my favorite, and I think it turned out pretty cute. You definitely can see, you know, even though each of the squares isn't colored in solid, it looks kind of like a cross stitch pattern. So yeah, I like how them turn out. And then out of the Disney babies, I did two of them. This is one I did with the Arteza Twi markers. I wanted to try a couple of different fine liners in this book. So little Bambi and Thumper, again using the X method, they still turn out pretty good. I haven't been taking my tabs out. Then the next one I did, I used, and these are dual-sided, I used the Statler dual tip markers for little Piglet and Eeyore. Then I tried coloring it in solid to see if I would like that any better. Oh my gosh, I didn't get it finished. Oh, I gotta still work on that one. But no, I still like, even though it comes out, you know, more vibrant, if you look at it more closely, I don't know. I like this. I like how it looks. I love doing that rather than coloring them in solid. I'm going to leave this book to the side though, so I finish that one. And then you all know how much I have fallen in love with Belva family's coloring books, the mystery mosaic books. They have quite a few out, and they're all with these little tiny squares. And yes, I do the X method. So you can see I did a lot out of this square mandalas book. I will be, as always, linking all of these books that I worked out of down in the description below. They are Amazon affiliate links. So if you click on the link and purchase, you know, anything over on Amazon, I do get a little bit of a kickback. So just to put that out there. I am many times asked, you know, for a link to a certain book or whatever. So I always put the links right in the description. But anyhow, this is the first one that I did. And then I'm just going in order here. Now, this one, if anybody else does it and you wonder why yours looks different than mine, I messed up a little bit on this one. For some reason, I always think of number one as my lightest color, and that being yellow, and then number two being orange. Well, for these books, number one is peach, number two is yellow. Well, I already had a bunch of number ones colored in yellow, so I just went for it, and I think it turned out okay anyhow. It's a mandala, so it wasn't quite as important. Love how this one came out with all the yellow and then the green swirlies, the stems and leaves. I thought that was so pretty. The little basket of flowers in the middle. Like this one too. When I started this, reminded me of a wagon wheel. But yeah, the mandalas in here are so pretty. And this one that's a work in progress. So another one I gotta finish. Then this is their newest book, and I absolutely love it. It is called Wow Cats, and I just recently did a flip-through video of this book. But again, I'm doing them in order. They're books I want to finish right from the start. So this is the first one I did. Little double-sided face here. And then the next one, little Prince Kitty. And then the next one. This is my favorite. I love how this turned out. I'm assuming it's supposed to be like a lynx because it's got the little fur up on top of the ears. I believe that's a lynx, right? That has the fur tufts. And those three in that book. So I'm definitely going to be working in that book more. Then another one of my favorites from them is called Woman. And I did that one. I love, because of these little tiny squares, the detail that you can get out of these pictures. And especially when I do the X method, they still come out looking so neat. And I like this too. I mean, all the way down to, you can see the ring on her finger. Like the flowers in the background. Then I did this one with the two dancing. Looked like a mask ball, huh? And then the last one is this lady. So yeah, I'll be working in that one too. That is my stress reliever in the evening when I am done babysitting the grandkids. Now this one is dogs, and when they came out with this one, I sure was hoping they'd come out with cats, and they did now. So okay, there's this one. Couldn't imagine what this was in the background when I first started this one, and then I see, oh, it's a brick wall. And then I did this little cutie pie. I think that's a chow, right? With the blue tongue. And then the last one out of the Belva family that I worked out of, this another one I really like, is the Passion. And I just did one out of here. And his passion is his guitar. I just finished this one. Okay, another one that we did for a color and chat was out of Intricate Mandalas. This is by Jade Summer. This was another one that was for the Jelly January color along. So this is all done with glitter gel pens. Again, I like how that one turned out. Then this is a book I had been looking for a while in my stash. I wanted a color out of this again. Reminds me very much of some of the Sun Life drawing books. It's called Hatch Doodle Animals. And what you do in this book, rather than just the one lines like Sun Life drawing books are, this one actually is like hatch, what do they call them? Hatch marks. And you're supposed to, in the instructions, it says color the upward lines first. They're generally lighter in color, and then you color your downward lines generally darker. So the very first one I did all in one color. Then the next two I did try it the way that they indicated, and it turned out okay. This one too, I did it the way they indicated, and I do like it, but I think I just like coloring it all in one color better. So The ones that I did are this one. I believe that is a stingray. And maybe like a shark there. Shark fin. And then we have a cow. So yeah, these are so much fun. I did all of these with my glitter gel pens again, just like I always do in my Sun Life drawing books. I hope they come out with another lines one. And then this one, and some of them, as you can see, don't have a lot to them, so they don't really take a long time to do. But yeah, love this book too. Keep saying that for every book, don't I? I had bought a number in this series from Color Questopia, and they're all the Mosaic color by number books. This is my favorite, and I did do a flip through of all of these. I probably had like maybe 10 of them because there's a lot in this series. Dragon Fantasy was my favorite. I was so looking forward to getting this one. And I colored this with alcohol marker, and then in my Mosaic coloring books I always go over first, now I found this out, with a silver gel pen. I do the lines first, because then when you color in with alcohol marker, or I'm assuming this would work with water-based markers too, the gel pen, what's the word I'm looking for? Can't think. Anyhow, the alcohol marker does not go over that gel pen. It kind of, you know, keeps the marker in where it's supposed to be. So I like doing the lines first and then coloring the picture in. Now, if you did see the flip through video of all of these books, I was really disappointed in this book because it's supposed to be color by number, right? And the first few pages do have all the numbers, but then you get into a whole bunch of pictures that have no numbers to them. Like starting here, there are no numbers within here. So I now see they did take this off of Amazon. They have come out with an updated version, and this version does have all of the numbers in. So for anybody that was looking for this book but didn't want it because they didn't have, you know, all the numbers in, they do have an updated copy out there now. So just wanted to let you guys know that. And another book in that series is Horses. Did one out of here. So they're cute like that. And the last book I colored out of was Beautiful Ocean, again by Color Questopia. And colored these little sea turtles. Again, using the silver gel pen first, and then coloring in the alcohol markers. The repel, that's the word I was looking for. The glitter gel pen, the silver gel pen, kind of repels the alcohol ink away from it. So yeah, it doesn't spread over the lines at all, which for anybody that's worked with alcohol markers, you know that, especially with your juicier markers, it spreads over your lines. So this really helps. Now, you wouldn't have to use silver. You could use black. You could use whatever gel pen color you want to. I just always go with the silver because to me it makes it look more mosaic, kind of like stained glass. So that is what I have colored for the month of January 2020. So I am sure I'm going to be coloring some of the same books for next month. So I'm sure you'll be seeing some of these same books, but yeah, these are my favorites right now. So a little bit of needing some stress-free coloring. So yeah. So I hope you enjoyed watching what I colored this last month. I thank you for joining me. If you like this, please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new to my channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I put out new videos. I hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend, and as always, happy coloring. Bye, guys.